Get ready for the action, because the New York Giants are set to host the Dallas Cowboys in the first Sunday night football game of the 2026 NFL season. This NFC East clash is going to be huge, as the Cowboys currently lead the Giants in their all-time series by a significant margin, and the rivalry is heating up for the new campaign. We break down everything you need to know about this massive matchup.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
But the stakes are incredibly high for the Dallas Cowboys. We're diving deep into the 3 disaster schedule scenarios that could completely sink their Super Bowl hopes. We examine how brutal international travel, late-season cold-weather road wars, and compressed divisional rivalries could grind the team down, even with their elite roster. The pressure cooker continues with a major family dynamic shaking up the Cowboys' defense. We look at the intense rivalry brewing between Caleb Downs and his older brother, Josh Downs, as they prepare to face off in a critical matchup this season. This personal battle could be the catalyst for a franchise-altering performance from the future defensive back. And to wrap up, we look at the broader NFL landscape with more breaking news, including the Giants hosting the Cowboys in Week 1, plus plenty of debate from Good Morning Football on everything from the Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert to the Chicago Bears ceiling. Don't miss any of it. Stay locked in, and tell us what you think in the comments below. The New York Giants are set to host the Dallas Cowboys in the opening Sunday night football game of the 2026 NFL season. The matchup is scheduled for 8:20 p.m. EDT on September 13th at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The NFC East Showdown will be broadcast on NBC, Peacock, and NFL+. This contest marks a significant moment in the rivalry, as the Cowboys currently lead the Giants 78-48 in their all-time series, dating back to 1960. The Giants recently broke a 9-game losing streak against their division rivals, securing a victory in their final game of the 2025-26 season. The NFL schedule for the 2026-27 campaign is slated for release on Thursday at 8 p.m. across NFL Network, ESPN2, the ESPN app, and NFL+. International game details will follow the following morning at 9 a.m. on Good Morning America on NFL Network. Other matchups have already been confirmed. The reigning Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks will open their regular season on September 9th in Seattle against an opponent yet to be announced. Additionally, the Los Angeles Rams will face the San Francisco 49ers the following day in Melbourne, Australia, with the game airing on Netflix. Looking ahead, the Cowboys have already revealed a Week 13 international fixture, a September 27th game against the Baltimore Ravens in Rio de Janeiro, which will be broadcast on CBS. The Dallas Cowboys possess a roster built for Super Bowl contention, having significantly bolstered their defense while retaining offensive explosiveness. However, analysts warn that the physical demands of the NFL schedule could quietly sabotage this elite team, presenting 3 major disaster scenarios for the 2026 season. The first danger stems from early season travel and scheduling. The upcoming Week 3 matchup against the Baltimore Ravens in Rio de Janeiro is cited as a logistical hurdle. International travel disrupts preparation, sleep cycles, and recovery, and stacking additional road trips around this game could lead to severe fatigue. A hypothetical scenario involves a divisional road game, followed immediately by the grueling Ravens contest, and then a short week game against a tough opponent like the 49ers or Lions. This sequence, involving repeated high-collision football, could create lingering fatigue stretching into October. The second nightmare scenario focuses on late-season environmental challenges. The 2026 road slate includes potential brutal trips to Green Bay and Seattle in December. Scheduling these cold-weather road games consecutively could be catastrophic. Winter football, particularly against teams like the Packers, is known for trench warfare, while Seattle's stadium atmosphere and weather create communication chaos. This combination forces teams into physical contests decided by endurance rather than the team's usual explosive style. The third threat involves the compressed nature of divisional rivalries. The NFC East is projected to be highly competitive, and a condensed schedule featuring the Eagles, Giants, and Commanders within a tight 17-day window in November could be devastating. These matchups are intensely physical and emotionally draining. When combined with crossover games against physical AFC opponents, the team could become trapped in a month-long grinder, leaving insufficient recovery time after emotional losses. Ultimately, the concern is not a lack of talent, but the calendar's ability to suffocate a roster. While the Cowboys have successfully built a championship-caliber team through defensive and offensive reinforcement, the NFL's timing, through brutal travel demands, harsh late-season road environments, and condensed divisional slates, remains the unpredictable factor that could derail their season. The Dallas Cowboys' upcoming draft pick, Caleb Downs, is reportedly gearing up for a personal challenge from his older brother, Josh Downs, who plays for the Indianapolis Colts. Downs, who was selected 11th in the 2026 NFL Draft, is reportedly seeking revenge as he embarks on his professional career. The rivalry is set to intensify as the 2026 NFL schedule is released, confirming a matchup between the Cowboys and the Colts where the brothers are slated to face off. Josh Downs, a receiver for the Colts, has indicated that their initial confrontation may be a direct, head-to-head battle. Downs stated that if he lands with the Cowboys, he will be playing nickel, suggesting a direct confrontation against the Colts' slot receiver, Christian Parker. "He told me if he goes to the Cowboys, he's playing nickel," Downs revealed. The brothers, who are roughly 3.5 years apart in age, are excited for their first NFL matchup, marking their first time playing on the same team since high school, as their college careers at North Carolina and Alabama, Ohio State never overlapped. Both players are reportedly motivated by bragging rights ahead of Thanksgiving dinner. Downs is already positioned as a potential franchise cornerstone for the Cowboys' defense, and he appears determined to shut down his brother and send a message he has been waiting to deliver. The NFL landscape is buzzing with off-season analysis, upcoming matchups, and player contract news. In immediate action, the New York Giants are set to host the Dallas Cowboys in a crucial NFC East showdown during Week 1 of the NFL season on Sunday Night Football. Beyond the immediate schedule, sports media is deep into speculative discussions. Analysts are debating future team trajectories, with GMFB focusing on the New York Jets' outlook for 2026 following Breece Hall's extension, and also predicting which teams should kick off Monday Night Football in 2026. Quarterback and player developments are also central to the conversation. John Harbaugh, the New York Giants head coach, has discussed the possibility of signing wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Meanwhile, expectations for Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert entering his 7th year are under scrutiny. On the injury and contract front, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported that the Los Angeles Chargers have agreed to terms with tight end David Njoku on a 1-year deal valued up to $8 million. Furthermore, the Minnesota Vikings and wide receiver John Jennings have reportedly agreed to a 1-year deal worth $13 million. In other areas, the debate extends to team ceilings, with speculation surrounding the Chicago Bears' potential in year 2 under head coach Ben Johnson, and whether the additions of quarterback Kyler Murray and wide receiver John Jennings can revitalize the Minnesota Vikings form to 2024 levels. There are also ongoing discussions about the Denver Broncos being the head of the class in the AFC and dissecting the career trajectory of Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. The Steelers' future is also in the spotlight, as reports indicate free agent quarterback Aaron Rodgers is scheduled to visit the Pittsburgh Steelers over the weekend to discuss a potential deal. Good Morning Football is also preparing for the news, featuring special guests ahead of Mother's Day to celebrate the role of motherhood in NFL success, alongside Detroit Lions executive Brad Holmes sharing his excitement for the team's pursuit of a Lombardi trophy. Finally, the focus remains on matchups and player comparisons, including debates over the NFC West team to beat and a head-to-head comparison between Tampa Bay Buccaneers outside linebacker Reuben Bain Jr. and Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Max Crosby for the biggest score of the upcoming season.